Wow. Hello, Santa Claus. How are you doing?
Awesome. How are you doing? It's been too long.
Fantastic.
Notre troisième option, c'est un
I
petit
s-
poulet yakitori
hold on
avec
one
huile de
second. Let me
jasmin
just get. Oh,
et
what am I
chou
doing?
avec des crudités. En dernière fois, on a macaroni au fromage, en fricadelle de saumon,
Okay,
poulet
let me
yakitori
mute
avec riz.
mute Paul there, and then this.
Disponible comme on arrive à votre site.
Okay, Michael, you're gonna help us. Admit people in. Okay, thank you for spotlighting me. All right, so this is our festive bowl. Okay, that's so Phil is like, you have a party today? You're all dressed up?
This is the party. Come on. I mean, you're
Nah,
you're
this is
like
the
Santa, Kirby. You're always giving us so much great information. So, I was at an event the other night doing this, and I thought, hey, you know what? I'm gonna show up in the Santa suit for my buddy Kirby.
awesome. Awesome. So thank you, Phil, for coming in. I'm gonna have you guys, if you guys want to rename yourself, so let me know where you guys are from. Okay. I'll always love to know what part of the world you guys are from. Okay. Let's go to this. Then I went to this. Right. That. Admit. All right. So we have put myself on gallery first. I want to see everybody. Okay, so we have Phil here, Michael. I want to thank Michael Lau here. It's actually Michael that said, well, how come you don't do these AI sessions anymore? And so here we are, Michael's request. We're going to do one last one for the year, and then we're going to start again next year when there's awesome things. Thank you, Connor, for being on camera. If you guys could be on camera, I'd love to see you guys. Let's see, we have Peter here. All right, Vadi's here. Hi, Abir. Nice to meet you. So yeah, put in the chat or put in your name, where you're from. Okay, I'd love to see where you're from. Connor, you look very familiar. Where you're in New Brunswick, St. John? Let's see the chat. Oh, Dallas. Okay. I don't know. I feel like we've met before. South Wales. Okay. Oh, we met at EXP Canada at Kirby Palooza. Okay, so we have North Pole, Vaughn. Okay, nice. Well, welcome everybody. So today we have Andrew here too. Hi, Andrew. Awesome. And then our host, Donald Porter, my co-host, will be on very soon. Okay. We have Toronto, Mississauga. Nice. Okay, so who here right now would say they're an expert in AI? Any experts in AI right now? Phil, you're not going to raise your hand? Okay, that's fine. I know Phil's an expert in AI.
I'm pretty good, but I'm always coming to you because I want to be an expert. You know.
Dono here is an expert. If you guys are not following Dono Porter, he's my co-host. Follow him. He's using AI in a different way than me. So that's why I wanted to add him in here. So we're gonna have Dono on today to show us some of that. If you see Dono's video, like he has the one where his
Leopard.
AI leopard, okay, called Kai, and he does his home tour videos with interviewing Kai about the house. So go to his page and check that out. Okay. All right. So I think we have everyone in. I'm going to share my screen. I'm just going to be lazy. I'm not going to do full screen. Okay. Just going to do that. You guys can see, right? All right. So today we're going to look at AI and how it relates to real estate, the real estate business. So we're going to show you some game-changing AI tools that will replace you. I know when I write that, some people are scared. They're like, Kirby, right? Why do you want to replace agents? But it's not just replacing agents, right? It's replacing you so you can move up. Okay. So you could do bigger things. Replacing you doing, let's say, the paperwork. Or what about replacing you doing MLS descriptions, right? What about replacing you on, my wife was talking about how AI is doing the buyer showing logistics, like which house to go first. Like she just dumps all the address in and it will chart off, which appointment and what time to make it. So then she throws that to the virtual assistant. Virtual assistant books it all in. Okay, so that's the kind of thing that we're talking about that's going to replace you. All right, so this month, it's a short month for us. We have 2 more classes coming up next week. So if you guys want to join us, sign up for the How to Hire a Virtual Assistant. Okay, and 2 times your business, and then we're going to also talk about my famous VIP club. Okay, on Wednesday, December 18th, and the virtual assistant is tomorrow at 11:30. Okay, this is both Eastern time. Okay, Dane, my assistant's going to put the links in the chat. All right. Okay, so who I am a real estate broker here in Toronto. So if you guys ever have any referrals in Toronto, please send it over to me. I have a team of 20 here. Also a corporate club ambassador. That's the VIP card. I'm also the founder of the Kirby Chan real estate team, founder of the Team Forward EXP team here. Also the founder of the Power 1000 Leaders, which is a virtual assistant company, and the founder of Kirby Chan Digital, that hosts these events like this today. So I'm in the top 3 real estate agents here in Richmond Hill. Also the Platinum Award winner in Toronto Star, voted #1 agent. Also voted Toronto real estate agent. It's funny just reading all this stuff now. Markham Community Votes, and the highest GCI in EXP Ontario last year as a solo agent. All right, let's get to Donald. Donald, introduce yourself.
Hey, that is a lot of text right there, and I can tell you that wasn't done by AI. That was done by my wife, who runs the entire back end support. Like Kirby mentioned, we have a lot of virtual assistants, and they are definitely a huge help. And talk to Kirby if you need that world. But my wife put that together. So I am actually not EXP. I'm a Remax agent. Usually at top 30 in my trading area, which is Hamilton, Ontario, a extremely competitive region. I only have 2 agents on my team. I trimmed the fat right down. And to give you an idea, everyone above me has at least 10 agents on their team, including in my trading area is the #1 agent in Canada. So I got to compete with him, who has a team of 95, which is bigger than most brokerages. So my background is marketing, and a lot of the way that I use AI comes from a marketing standpoint. And I'm probably one of the laziest people in here, but the most driven. So if you want to work really hard, you'll find someone who likes to work really hard. If you want to find someone who wants to get the most efficiency out of life, you get someone lazy who wants to make money, and that's where I fit in. So with AI, with marketing, everything that I do is about increasing efficiency. I'm the founder of Porter and Associates here in Hamilton for real estate, and then on the marketing side of things, I'm a keynote speaker. I speak at conferences. I speak at brokerages all across right now Ontario, but we'll go anywhere. My wife speaks a lot too on mindset and coaching and business planning and that kind of stuff. I'm focused on marketing, AI, and the sales cycle of the real estate business. So super honored to be co-hosting alongside Kirby. He's obviously a weapon and a voice if you listen to him. And yeah, it's an honor to be doing this with you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Donald. Okay, so the recording for today will be here. It's on our Discord channel. Dane, please put the link in the chat. This will also give you access to the invitation to the other 2 classes I'm running. Okay, and this Discord channel houses everything that I run. All the recordings of our AI real estate show is in there. All our recording for the VIP cards and virtual assistant training is all in this Discord channel. Okay. 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 It's in the chat now. All right. No, I'm going to stop sharing my screen here. I'm just going to jump in. Okay, guys. If you have any questions, throw it into the chat. If there's anything you want to learn today, throw it in the chat, and Donald's going to go do some research on that. Okay, and he's going to cover it. So I'm going to go first today because I'm going to show you something that you guys can use for business planning because it's the end of the year, December 12th. I'm sure all of you have done your business planning, right? All of you? Okay, maybe some people that are last minute, you can start to do your business planning, and there's a couple ways you could do it. So I'm going to show you 4 platforms. I'm sure the one that you guys know most is ChatGPT, right? So I use this ChatGPT. I use this little button over here. It says attached file. So what I do is I do everything on a spreadsheet. So I write out my whole, what I want in my business and everything all on a spreadsheet, right? And then inside the spreadsheet, let's see here. Okay, there it is. So I will upload a spreadsheet with all my business planning, all the numbers, and I'll tell it what to do. So right now I'm leading a mastermind of CEOs in Toronto. 40 CEOs. We're going to do 3 in-person events and 9 Zoom meetings. I have a team as per the sheet. I have a list of potential speakers, and each in-person meeting will be a day, and then the Zoom meetings, right? We'll have Zoom meetings. So what it does, it plans it all out for me. So think of this as an advisor now, right? It plans it all out for me. And so one of the things I like about this is at the very end, it says something like, let me know if you'd like to organize this further or require detailed templates. So I say, organize it further. So it gives me more information about it. So this cuts my work down a lot, right? In all this thing and all the analysis and themes. I didn't have themes before. Now I have themes for every Zoom meeting. Okay. So I'm going to compare this to Claude. Is anyone using Claude right now?
A little bit. I do prefer my ChatGPT because of all the custom prompts in there. But yeah, Claude is good. If you like marketing and you don't know and you want the easier route for linguistics, Claude is better at linguistics, and ChatGPT is better at analytics for those who are looking into it.
Yeah. So remember the MLS description that people are always laughing at you about? Go to Claude and write it in there. You're going to see a better AI, real writing there, because you can upload PDFs here. Okay. Okay. Go down here. You can upload the PDF in this little thing, just like ChatGPT, and you upload 3 of your samples of your writing. Okay. So you upload that PDF there, and I'll call it Kirby style writing, right? PDF. So whenever I'm writing something here, it could draw that PDF back out and say, hey, refer to Kirby style in your writing. So it'll write the MLS description based on my writing. Okay, so that's another thing I like Claude. And another thing I like is one thing that's a drawback, though, is that they don't have internet access. So ChatGPT, you could search the internet, but Claude, you cannot. Okay, but look at this. I sent the same PDF in here, and I set the same prompt, and I kind of like this better. Working out the business plan and the thinking here. Look at, like, it's better. Okay. Feature different speakers here. And then at the end, it says questions to help refine the plan. I really like this part. So I said yes for 1 and 2, and it keeps going. Right? It's creating everything now. The Zoom number 2. So it's figuring everything out. Okay. So that's why when you work on your plan, you can have your AI number 1, ChatGPT, to do it, but get a different perspective. Use Claude. All right. Use Claude to do it.
Excuse me, Kirby, do we have to download that app? Is it an app? like CLAUDE?
Yeah.
Yep.
CLAUDE.ai. You go to the website
Okay.
and it's there. It's there.
So for a little freebie for all of you, anybody, let's got a. I love baseball, and K is a strikeout. It happens to be also the first letter of Kirby's name. So then when I came up with Kai as my AI avatar, it's strikeout and AI. That's what it stands for. So let's punch a whole whack of K's into the chat. If you have a subscription to ChatGPT, toss a K into the chat right now.
Let's see how many people has that.
We got two, three. Oh, we got a bunch coming out. Yeah, I got a K. Yeah.
Nicholas.
So perfect. All right. Now that we're seeing these Ks come in, what I want to tell you right now, if you want to access Claude and you want to have ChatGPT under one license, then I would highly recommend use Perplexity. So it's about $4 more a month than your ChatGPT, but Perplexity can give you both, and you can toggle on which legacy system of Claude you want or ChatGPT, as well as Playground and other versions of AI image generation. So unless you need, like I need the API key through open source for ChatGPT, that's why I've subscribed to that. But unless you need the API key for your tools, then get Perplexity. It's almost the same price. I think it comes out to, if you're Canadian, it comes out to $4 more a month. And that
So I
gives you
have it on
Claude.
this. I have
Yeah,
it
there
on
you
the
go. You have it on
screen.
the screen. There you go.
Yeah.
So that gets you Claude and ChatGPT, and you can toggle it on and off. The one thing I love about Perplexity too is if you build out yourself a persona, and if you don't know what a persona is, it's your combination of voice, tone, and style. If you build out your own persona for AI, you can lock it into the settings section of Perplexity. So another thing, if you ever used Google in the last week, Perplexity in in a lot of European countries right now is replacing Google. Google is losing so many subscribers to Perplexity. Even if I pull it up on my phone, I use Perplexity way more than I use Google. And I'll just clear my search there. I was asking about history questions. The first thing it says is ask me anything. Oh, there you go. Where knowledge begins,
Yeah.
but it's ask me anything is the bottom. So I just type in anything there, and this is the free version too. So the free version, you get 3 pro searches a day, and what you can do is insane. What it can do. So I'll let Kirby get back to it, but we'll do some fun stuff with Perplexity after this.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that because that was the next one I was going to share is Perplexity over
Oh,
here.
sorry, I took your thunder.
Hey, it's even better. I don't have to say anything about it now.
I should look
I
at your
use
tabs and figure out where you're going.
I use the free version. I don't do the pro because I have several emails, okay, that I use. So I get 3 pro searches a day. So I don't buy the pro. Okay. That's another perspective. Okay, Donna. But if you didn't buy this one yet, Claude, I bought ChatGPT. I was like, I'm not gonna buy another Perplexity, another $20. So I paid 20 here, I paid 20 here. So I have Perplexity for free right now. Okay. So that's what I'm doing there. And then finally, we have Gemini. This is the one I use the least. This is something from Google. But you know what? If I really wanted something, I'll check Gemini, but it's my least used one right now out of the 4. Yeah. Do you use Gemini?
No, not at all. No, but
Yeah.
I use the and we'll go over it, but I use Wikipedia. Wikipedia has its own AI, which I actually get listings from, and I'll explain that when we get there. Just remind me if I forget.
Okay, we want that one. Okay, so it's the 1250. You do that one. Okay, show
There we
us how to
go.
get how to show listings at 1250. Okay, but Gemini 2.0 is releasing. I think it was today or yesterday. So maybe there's something you just keep an eye on. Okay, later. Okay, I'm just gonna X that because I don't use that much. Just want to show it that to you. All right, so let's jump into one of my coolest tools is 11 Labs. Let me go back to the home. So 11 Labs is something that me and my virtual assistant's working on because she wants to do more videos. Okay, I know Michael is over there listening. Like, how can we do more videos without me? So we've been shooting a lot of B-rolls. I asked Michael to shoot a lot of B-rolls for his business so that we could have me talk in those B-rolls without me talking. So this is how we do it. We go to 11 Labs, we go to voices, we go to over here, create a voice, add a new voice, right? I added one called Kirby. Okay, so we added that. Let me share my computer audio. All right. So this is what it sounds like. It is laughable how often good manners interfere with my survival. It is laughable. Okay. So we can use it. Okay. And this is a sample thing here. So we're gonna toggle with the voice here. Do I want it more stable? Do I want it similarity to me? I can put it a little bit lower. Do I want to be more exaggerated? I could, but that's a little too crazy. I don't like it to be that exaggerated. I could generate the speech here. And this lecture highlights the importance of leadership, vision alignment, and strategy in building successful organizations, especially in real estate and agent recruitment. Key takeaways include vision and commitment. Leaders must clearly communicate their organization's vision and gather commitment from. I like how they say gather commitment. All right. So that's my voice. Or if I didn't like it as much, I can play around with these, right? So I can do mid, and then do no exaggeration, right? And then I regenerate it again. All right. This lecture highlights the importance of. So as you can see, the regenerate speech, I have one free regeneration left. Okay. I'm on a low plan right now. I pay very little for this. So I'm on a low plan. I don't get a lot of regeneration. Okay. So that's 11 labs.
I can't get over the chef's kitchen. Both of.
Are you doing it too?
No, that was I was gonna pull up Kai so that way they can see that. I just gotta pull it
Okay.
up. I'll put you this so I can make sure I get set up for you.
Okay. And then what I'm going to do is let me see if I can share my screen. It's easier. There you go. So if you guys went on my Facebook today, I shared a story with you guys, right? And it's about John Maxwell, a video about John Maxwell. So
But I wish, boy, do I wish I would have known this as a parent. So I didn't do this as a parent, so I didn't do it well. But I learned.
Okay, so that's John Maxwell video. So I shared it on social media. I put all the captions on there. And what if though, guys? What if I had a different market? So if you guys know, I service the Chinese market. So there's Chinese social media that I like to share stuff. So what I did is I changed John Maxwell Chinese.
真希望我作为父母师就知道这一点，所以我当父母是没做到，我没有做好。
Okay. So I changed John Maxwell to speak Chinese. Okay. And that's another thing you could use 11 Labs to do is you can expand your content to different languages now, right? You could take content out there that, let's say you found on TikTok, you could change it to your language. Look at Sam over there. You could change it to your language, Sam. Okay. You share it on your social media. So don't share that same video, but share that video in your own language, right? And I gave it to my wife to listen to, and she got it. Like she understood what John Maxwell was saying. All right. I did a test with her. Okay, my Chinese is like a 20% Chinese. Okay, so it works. Has anybody ever tried 11 Labs?
Toss a K. You use 11 Labs, toss a K into the chat. Let's go, guys. You want some energy? I love sports and I'm huge. So I threw a K in the chat. I use 11 Labs all the time. Let's get some stuff going for you.
So the next show that we're doing in January, I'll show you my avatar and 11 Labs together. Okay. So next show. Okay. And then so last thing today I wanted to show you guys before Dono shows us his amazing stuff is I've actually give you an update, canceled my subscription to Midjourney. So if you guys still have Midjourney from my past shows, I've canceled it. Like these are the stuff I was doing, right? Like for real estate brochures, city scenes. So why did I cancel? It's because ChatGPT imaging is really good now, right? I didn't have to pay another $20 for Midjourney. So I canceled this. And I have everything on DALL-E now. So everything on ChatGPT. Which one do you use, Donald, for imaging?
Dosair. Dosair.
Okay, so why don't you show that later? Okay, I think
Yeah.
you share that with me. Yeah, so if you guys have this, I would say cancel it. You don't need to spend that $20 here. All right, Donald, I'll pass it over to you.
That sounds good. I can't get past the intro to it's like it's decohair is what they call it now. There used to be an E and they changed it again. So share, let's grab my entire desktop over. I don't know what this one. Share. All right. So as I told you before, I love marketing. I absolutely eat, sleep, and breathe marketing all the time. I will show up in a hoodie and Lululemon athletic pants to a listing for the mere fact that when I walk in and they say, "Oh, you're not in a suit," it's like, yeah, you didn't hire a real estate agent. You hired a marketer, an AI expert with a license to sell real estate. That's what I always tell them, and it usually works. And I don't have to worry about dressing in uncomfortable clothes. That's just me, though, and I would just really recommend you be your authentic self whenever you're doing at the kitchen table. Now, my recent listing that I picked up was $3 million, and that was all through AI. So I definitely wore a suit that day because I didn't want to lose a listing. But all right, so you guys can see my thing, right? You can toggle the stuff in your chat, Kirby. So this is
Yep.
to Cohere. I find that when you're image generation, actually, I can go down to, uh, well, generate image. You can generate an image this way. These are some of the stuff I did coloring sheets for my kid who loves the Grinch and monster trucks. So there's some color sheets for him. We did a keynote speaking in Barrie, Ontario. So I did a whole thing on icebergs, but like you can see how this one actually has gotten me quite a bit of interest. I picked up a listing from this image right here. So if you're on my social media and anyone who's in Canada right now on this podcast, I'm sure that your social media got destroyed yesterday with Bank of Canada rate changes. And it was the most disgusting thing that you ever seen because all people did is a screenshot of the Globe and Mail or Financial Post or whatever they got it from, and they threw it on their social media because it adds zero value. So the last Bank of Canada rate change, you can scroll on my social media and find it. I used this image with the red snowsuit, and I said, let me guess, you've seen 100 people talk about the Bank of Canada interest rate, but none of them have told you what that means to you. And at the very bottom, I called out real estate agents and said, stop being as useful as a snowsuit on a beach. And then you can see how it says useless in the top and all that kind of stuff. So there we go there. To Cohere, this is a free account. I get a few image. It all depends on like how powerful the image is. You can see my prompts on the side. This is Kai. This is some of Kai's stuff before I started playing around with other accounts. But let me show you Kai, just so that way you guys can see what 11 Labs looks like with a bunch of other things.
I see this basement walkout. I can't get over the chef's kitchen, both of them. The high ceilings and basement walkout. A bungalow with 4,000 square feet of living space.
Yeah. Yeah, it has all those things. It really does. Oh, I think what you're missing is the lamp. Look at this.
It does make me want to go for a run.
It's huge. Of course, it's a big house. But it's an even bigger property. And the location.
It's close to highway access for an easy commute to Toronto.
Yeah, you're right. You said it. Just seconds to the highway.
It truly is a luxurious.
So that's that one. My biggest feedback from that one is that it was creepy having a cheetah head and real hands. So I was like, okay, let's change it up. So Kai got a new brand.
New hands.
Where'd it go? Not this one.
I think Kai's a good actor, but I think you need a little bit of work.
I do think so too. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There's your division. Here we go.
Okay, let's see.
The fire pit down. Hey, Kai. Can you believe this has 2 different patios?
Donald, there's actually 3.
Okay, 3. Yeah. The fire pit down there overlooking the ravine. You're right. There's 3 seating areas, sure.
It has over 2,400 square feet with a double basement walkout and 5 bedrooms.
So you can see how I did that one. Now, the hard part with having a cartoon animation is that the arms, I could not get those to stop moving because otherwise, if it stopped moving, only the mouth moved and it was really awkward. And I needed the natural sway and the breathing. So I couldn't get this to stop. And again, in marketing, in what you do, the best thing that I always tell agents when I'm keynote speaking or whatever is done is better than perfect. All right. You like execution, you just don't you can finicky around like by the time you might fix it up, the house will be sold. So what's the point? It again, am I going to sell houses off this right away? Probably not. But what it does is it stops the scroll. It breaks the noise of social media, and that's all it's meant to do is break the noise. So there's that. Now you guys have a chance to hear me talk for a little bit now. So this, I want to let you listen to this, and this is in video, ChatGPT and 11 Labs put together, and you have this. And I've actually had a lot of sellers and a lot of my clients who put this on social media and I chop it up pieces have really enjoyed this.
In real estate. In a world saturated with quick fix solutions and magic, lead gen promises, agents often feel overwhelmed and frustrated. But what if chasing leads is exactly what's holding you back from true, sustainable success?
Now that sounds exactly like me. My wife thought it was, at least when I played it for her. And that is not. That is pure 11 Labs with ChatGPT prompting and in video building all that out. So that is all through AI. There's nothing real about any of that right there. So that the stuff like that you can start doing. We got some chat stuff here. Let's make sure I don't even have any questions. If anyone has questions, feel free. I am such a open book on things. I can help you out. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so Kirby's got things going on there. Perfect. You're managing the chat. Yeah, so I guess we'll do a Wikipedia one real quick because that's probably got some interest. So if I go to Google, not that I ever do, unless it's actually recipes because I want to see what looks good. Uh, they when I'm at the kitchen table, I take the conversation away from real estate sometimes to just calm them down and get them to see the technology that I can use at my fingertips and that they can start using. And the cool thing is, what I'll show you guys in a second is Wikipedia's AI. And with this, they tell their friends about it. They learn it from the real estate agent. So I'm a natural referral right away. And it's kind of cool. So I'm going to pick on someone. I love the Santa outfit, Phil. There we go. So, what is your favorite thing cooking wise? What is your favorite food?
Gonna be seafood.
Okay, so give me something that I would have to search a recipe for.
I'd really like to cook some nice scallops.
Okay, so scallop, not scallop, it's a scallop recipe. Search this one. Now, here we go. Let's just see if this is gonna work. Perfect. This is exactly what I want. You know how when you get these like recipes, you got to scroll about the whole history of scallops and all this stuff before you can get to the stupid what you came for. So this is what I do with the clients at the table when I show them the stuff, especially if I know they like cooking. You go to right before the HTTP, and now you show off some stuff. So obviously, this is about cooking something, right? So go past tense. Cooked. Oh, I gotta pop up. Hold on. Cooked dot wiki, because this is Wikipedia's, and then you do a forward slash. Nope, that's a forward slash, and then you hit enter. That simple, and watch. Generating recipe. That's a lot better to deal with. So now, and all that, when you hover over it, you can see the ingredients that's using on the side. You can see 2, 3, step 4, 5. So it's an actual workable recipe that you can work with, and you can do it on any website where there's a whole stupid story beforehand because you don't need the history of a scallop, you just want to eat it. So this cooked.wiki is the bypass if you have to go before the HTTP section, and that will drop in Wikipedia's AI where it summarizes everything into a Wikipedia format and gives you what you want.
Yeah.
So
Removes all the ads too.
Yeah. So
All
it's
the ads are gone.
stupid and simple AI that has no direct relationship to real estate. But if you think about 20 years ago, all the newsletters that were going out with here's my grandmother's recipe for cooking. That's what real estate agents love to do. Now you can keep that, bring it forward with AI, and it's insane how much credibility this gives me. Just stupid things like this, and they're like, oh, if you can do this with recipes, imagine what you can do at my house. All right. So that's a quick and easy one, nothing to do with real estate, but it actually helps quite a bit. But Decohere is here, Decohere, whatever you want to call it, is here. What I actually like watching, and this is where I learned how to prompt for real time. Is it real time? I can never find it when I want to. I think it's on the homepage. Yeah, explore. So this is how I learned what I like and don't like about prompts. In real time in the Explorer, these are people in around the world generating these images. So you can actually like this pig right here, you can open it up and you can sometimes you can get these things to Dwayne the Rock Johnson's Pokemon Go, Pokemon screenshot, Pokemon Go. So this is not that great, but with this AI stuff, if it's a celebrity, there are copyright things that it can't get too close to, so it will have some defects. But you can go to anything. Like look at this whale, a gigantic whale flying in the middle of the forest. All right, so you can if you find something that you really like and you want to like try and emulate this, then you can go there. So let's go with this one. This has a nice steampunk nature natural cave with vegetation kid. Like so you can actually if you see something you like in this, then you can actually copy some of that prompt over. It might be an idea that you didn't have before. So that's one thing that I do like about this. It shows you the real AI generation. You can scroll up and down. So anybody got questions so far? I know these are kind of like gimmicky things and whatever, but anyone have questions? Because we can relate these things into real case scenarios if you want. Just gotta find the chat again. Let me get the chat open. Sometimes I have a hard time. Oh, it's because I shrunk it down. There we go. Giving client info. Okay, I have an example if you want it later. Okay. Any questions so far with this stuff? We're good. Now you're probably wondering, okay, where's the real estate relation? Obviously, in video and 11 Labs and that kind of stuff, they can help build you. How did you convert the scallop? Oh, yep. Okay, so I'll put it into the chat for you guys. So you go before the HTTP portion, you go cooked because it's past tense. .wiki/ then http://s. Animated images. So I use to Cohere to get the image, and then I use InVideo and 11 Labs to get it to go through. I do have an amazing VA that I learned how to use some of it, and he's gone through further. To use this to create your business logo or something else. Okay, business logo. I got my thing still sharing, I think, so I can go. There's my tab for these are all the AI that I use.
I
You
use
want
the Korea one.
Korea is pretty good, yeah. Korea is good. Flux is also another really good one too. But Korea, Korea is through Flux. That's why it's really good. But you can use. Where's my? It's not the right one. It should come up in a second. There you go.
Yeah.
This one's actually kind of neat because what you can do is you can put a logo in and you see it come into nature. So if I wanted to do, let's say the Apple symbol, and let's just say we want to do, I don't know, Toronto, Ontario, looking at Lake Ontario. Let's give it something in case it gives a hard time. In a park with a nice garden. Let's see what this does. So what this will do is it'll take your logo and put it into the images, which is actually kind of neat. It does take a bit of time sometimes.
Grant, maybe January we'll talk about that. How do you create Kai?
That's a bit harder.
January.
That's a combination of again, you get the photo you want, and you get built out that way, and then you have to impose it over top of your video and use like 11 Labs for the voice, and then time to line that up with other image generations. Runway is actually the best way to get that done. Runway is the software that we use to stitch the whole thing together at the end. In video would be the one that I showed you that's all AI, my voice talking.
Yeah. While we're waiting for this, do you want to just show them Mango?
Mango, yeah, mango's pretty sweet.
This way you guys could it's down at the bottom five.
Oh, yeah, mango, yeah, there you go.
I like this one. Donald introduced this to me. So this is just an easy place to find out where all the AIs are, right?
Yeah, so whenever I'm coming in to look at different AI apps, I come here because this is kind of like a wall of where you go to find all the new stuff. So Designer, I use Designer all of the time. Um, so what that does, actually, I'll open her up. My account's probably not as pretty as my VA's account because they do all the work. And again, talk to Kirby if you want some of those. But where is Designer? Probably top picks. Yeah, there it is. I'll go through Answer the Public. That's a really good one too. That's probably one that I use almost. Oh, great. I can't log in. All right, so I can't even show that one to you anymore. I think I probably disconnected from my admin. So what Designer does is it builds you out booklets. So I have this is my selling book. So whenever I'm sitting down at the kitchen table, this is my listing package. So this is a guidebook to help someone buy or sort of sell their house with checklists and everything and through it. But I've broken this down into different sections and then I put it into Designer and it turns it into a flip book for me. There's also Flip HTML5 is another fantastic option. You can track more analytics with Flip HTML5, but Designer can actually build it for you in seconds. And it has a pretty crappy ChatGPT built into it, but I would recommend. So yeah, here's what it looks like. Right? Lead booklets, magazines, Designer, Flip HTML5. So just to get an idea, whenever I'm putting up a listing, I've got a little QR code for digital assets, and in that has your Flip HTML5, so they can flip it like a book on their cell phone of the listing, the property, and the marketing that way. The cool thing is I can track the analytics on the back end. So this is one thing that I had up here for everyone to scan if you want. This is what my open houses look like. Actually, my open houses look a little bit different. I'll go to that in a second. But if you want to scan that, set that up, this should still work. I just transferred the domain last night, so hopefully it still works properly for you. But this is my, if I want to be aggressive at an open house, this is my AI assistant follow-up. So this is just like a demo mode. You can scan it. I use Go High Level for the back end of my CRM so that all kills all that stuff together. But this is just kind of fun. I figured we'd showcase that to show you. So it'll obviously start messaging you, send some stuff in there, and it'll actually have a full conversation, which is great because I don't have to have this conversation. It's like I think it's 123 Fake Street is the name of this open house for you guys, but you can kind of see what that does. It's pretty powerful. What I was going to say is my open house looks like this. So I use Designer, like I said before, give them some assets. So when they scan in, I did tell them right away, I don't want your phone number and email. If you don't want to work with me, I don't want to work with you. But I have some resources here to add value and they can scan in. And when they download the asset, I've got the next 12 emails lined up for them through automation, which is all built through ChatGPT and Claude, because Claude is a better linguistic model. And then you can take this and you're getting the asset, so you know exactly what segmentation of the market they're going to be part of. They're getting what they want out of you through the value that you're creating. And you don't have to follow up with them because they'll follow up with you. Unless you have a really good conversation with them at the open house, then you changed it. Then you obviously shut that off. But that's obviously that's a quick run through a whole whack of stuff there. How much time we got, Kirby? I don't want to take up too much time.
We're 15 minutes. You can keep going if you.
Yeah, here I'll throw something in here. So I do want to
wait. They want to see what the logo looks like from Korea.
From
you were making a logo of the.
Did I accidentally delete it?
Oh, there it is. That one. Did you actually?
Oh, I didn't change. Oh, I just did the basic table. I'll back it up. Sorry. I'll actually exit it.
Okay, that's okay.
I'll hit something else while that's going. That's going to go and see if it goes. I'm going to toss this in here because I do so many keynote speaking and I've been using this app for a very long time. I have this, and now if you sign up through this is an affiliate link. I don't really think I get anything for it, to be honest, but what you get is early access to the data, to the platform. So QB Casa, I use all the time. So if you get floor plans done for your houses that you sell, your photographer will likely charge you 150, $100, whatever it is. This is $10.
Are you
And
on
then,
another? Are you another window? We can't see it.
oh, I'll pull it up on my cell phone. But I threw it into the chat.
Okay.
So I threw my link into the chat.
I don't
Um,
see it in the chat.
Yeah, it's not in the
The
chat yet.
link.
YouTube. Oh, I think it sent it to a direct. That's probably why. How do I get this thing on direct? Elijah got it direct, apparently. I think I responded
Meeting.
to him.
Go to meeting group chat. Okay. So
Meeting.
what this
Yes,
does
there
is
you
that if you're at the house and you use your phone, you can actually create that I would say almost like a floor plan, birdhouse view kind of Matterport kind of thing, right?
Yeah, you can do a lot of things with it, actually. So I threw it in there. There goes. Now it's in the chat. Let's see if this thing's still learn. Sometimes they don't work that well. AI is not stable yet. Let's see if I can go this way. QB Casa. I think it's QB.casa.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna log in.
So this platform is pay as you go. You know,
Yeah,
you
it's pay as you go. So it's like 10. I usually pay $30 a month, $30 every time because here you go, here's one I just did. Um, this is what it looks like. I did this whole floor plan. You can see the bottom here. It is 4,282 square feet. I did the whole thing in 12 minutes with my cell phone. Not only that, but it blew my clients away because we were there. They bought this house and I told them, like, stop wasting your time. You got four crazy kids. I don't want anything broken because that's my insurance that you're playing with. So go to the car. I will do the whole thing and I'll have it to you tomorrow. And it cost me $30 and saved me an anxiety attack. So
so
but you can go to GLA report. The GLA report is what I would recommend if you need it for square footage. It gives you all the dimensions. Like I can probably, if I can zoom in for you, it gives you like even the radius, everything.
yeah. So every time your client asks you, is there a floor plan with this listing? And you're like, no, but I'll get you one in 15 minutes, I'll make one. That's what Don will.
So you can pay to expedite things to get it done in 6 hours. I always take the 24 hours because it's obviously not life or death. It's just a floor plan. Yes, it is extremely accurate. So Matterport does use LiDAR. As long as your phone has LiDAR. So if you look on an Apple, that black dot is LiDAR. So there are some Android phones that don't have LiDAR, so you are not as accurate. But if you actually go measurement to measurement, it is scary accurate. So I actually in this house because they didn't believe me, so we actually went back. There's a kitchen, so perfect. It's this one here. This wall, again, now this is measuring the outside of the wall, 6'9". The inside of the wall measurement was 6'7.25". So if you add the extra thickness of the walls, it's probably pretty close. Nope, don't need to stand at all. So what you do is when you set it up, I've been with this app for so long that you used to have to start at the front door. So out of just the way I've always done things, I start at the front door, and you have to capture the baseboard bottom, so it recognizes that's the baseboard. If you're too close, it will tell you too close. So you stand, you hit the baseboard, you back out a little bit, you show the door, and then you follow the baseboards around. And every time you get to anything that you need to note, like a fireplace, a kitchen, a bathtub, a bathroom, a window, a door, you just scan up and then keep going through the whole everything. It literally the camera setting is automatic. You don't have to worry about anything. It's so easy to use. It is literally the easiest app for AI to use, and it spits out these floor plans. Even still, and I've been using this for 2 years. Even still, I will do this and be like, "There's no way." Like this one here, I was in a rush because we were out of time, and I also, to be honest, I had to really go to the washroom, so I was going quick. And we're not allowed to go to the washrooms in our trading area. So yeah, we're going quick. So I went, and one thing I would recommend, put your phone on do not disturb because if someone calls and breaks it, sometimes you get glitches.
Oh.
Not always, but even still, I will scan a house in this one, 4,000 square feet. And I'm like, there is no way that that works. And it works, no problem. And like you can look at my order info. 22nd November. Oh, total area apparently is 57 square thousand hundred square feet. Where's my bill?
So it goes right to whomever it is that actually creates the floor plan after you complete it and hit a button.
Yeah, so it goes into AI. So it'll say uploading. So make sure you have service. If not, hold on and save it as a draft, and then go to where you have service, cell phone reception, and it'll upload as a draft. It's actually pretty annoying watching this thing circle out into a full pie, and you get to 100%, and it always increases the anxiety when it sits at 98 or 99% for like 5 minutes. I'm like, come on, let's go. And then finally it goes and says you've been uploaded, your draft, you'll be ready within 24 hours. And it usually is about the 20-hour mark. So you can pay for the 6 hours. I don't bother with it. It's almost double the price. Order list, maybe go here.
My video company who does my video tours, they charge $99 for the floor plan.
So this is $30 for the same thing. Probably $10 if you only need this portion of it.
Yeah.
So this should instantly save you all money instantly. Does it double check? No. So in this version, it does not give me that. If I go to the 3D products, so you can see what it can do here. So the 3D floor plan here, or the 3D video, which is kind of neat. It almost turns it to a bit of a Matterport option. It is almost double the price. I've never actually used that. This is a new feature they've launched probably in August, and I've never actually just used it yet. Most of the time when I'm scanning these things, I don't have a lot of time because there's a family dancing around behind me. I always tell them, it's like, we live in Canada. It's cold or rainy every time apparently I do a home evaluation. So I always tell them, I'll start from the front door, then I'll go to the basement, and then you stay in the living room. When I come in, I want you guys to go behind me so I don't capture you or the kids. Otherwise, you'll turn into a post, which is what it used to do. It might be smart enough now that it doesn't, but if it hits a dog or an animal, whatever, they just turn them into a pole. So
send them in the car.
yeah. So, but there are other options where you can CAD files, 3D floor plan. The 3D video, I've seen the video on this thing. It does look pretty cool. I've just never used those two yet, so I can't. And everything I'm going to tell you to use, I personally use, and I have not used those yet. Try it if you want.
Yeah, I think the 3D video is good for like pre-construction, so or else you just take your real video by yourself.
Yeah, so the open floor ceiling area for like a double, I know what you're talking about there. No, it doesn't. So if I go back to, you're fine on that. So if I go to order settings, boom, Roberts Road, Grimsby. This is open space, or is it this one? No, that's the basement. This is very open space here. And if you go here, it's not there.
So it doesn't count it.
Yeah. So that should be fine. Yeah, so again, guys, just to reiterate, you literally scan. I always start at the front door. This is the way that I was taught from the original version that was released in 2021. And you scan at the front door. You finish your entire house. You can cross back and forth in the spots you've been, try to reduce the amount of times you cross back and forth. And then at the very end, go walk yourself back to the front door, and that would stitch together in the old ways. It might not need that now, but I do that out of habit because I've been doing it for so long. And you literally, like, it's just there's a tutorial on it. So the first time you do a house, let's say it's a 2,000 square foot house, that might take you 20 minutes only because you're getting used to it and you're going way slower. There is a little grid that you get when you first start using it, and that grid you can see starting to map things out. You don't have to go that slow. You can go a lot faster than that grid will map itself out, but it is kind of cool watching that happen, and it feels like you're entering another reality zone for sure. Let's see if this thing actually opened.
So
I guess this is not working.
Okay, let's delete that. So that one would be a good gift for any of your buyers that bought a place. They didn't have a floor plan, right? You can give that to them. They could buy furniture before closing here. You have all the measurements. You know how they go in and say, oh, I need to book an appointment to do some measurements for furniture. Well, imagine if you just give them this before they go in. is a lot of help for any buyer, right? And if you have any buyer that's overseas, this is immense help. It helps them visualize like where everything is, right? So a lot of agents don't provide this in a listing, right?
Yeah.
You as a buyer's agent, do your good job here, and you can provide that to your buyers that are overseas.
Yeah. The only thing I think here's just my top apps here. I think we're probably out of time, but next time we'll go through Answer the Public, which is one of my top apps. Here we go, Answer the Public. It's right here. This AI app is $130 one-time fee, so definitely worth doing it. The nutshell what Answer the Public is if you use most people use Google because they have questions, then why not just answer those questions because you'll increase your SEO. We've been doing Answer the Public for 3 months now. Our website traffic is almost tripling thanks to ChatGPT and Answer the Public combining them together. So we'll go through those. So I'll go through an actual like prompt and build out for you guys next time. So I would definitely not want to miss that. I actually have gotten clients from this whole thing, which the whole formula. I don't
Why don't we give
remember.
that as homework for next real estate show? Is that get Answer the Public, use it, and we'll dive into a deeper level next session about in January, our next AI real estate show. We're gonna talk about Answer the Public. We're gonna talk about content creation, right? SEO, and getting more traffic into your website and to you. Okay, build your authority. Let's just say next with using AI.
Yeah. Any questions, real quick, guys? Any questions? Or if you're like, hey, this is great and helpful, then throw a K in there. Throw a K in for Kirby or Kai.
I have a question here.
Yeah, yeah.
What is meant for marketing listing?
What do I use for marketing a listing? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I use a combination of a lot of things. Designer to create some of the flip books. I like to boost everything through AI Google Ads. I do have an affiliate with one of them too, and I think if I give it's a reverse affiliate. So I chose not to make money off these guys, and instead, you get money back. I think it's here. I'll put it to the chat. There you go. So I spoke at this conference. I was the real estate keynote speaker for that in Toronto. And I got this reverse affiliate. It should still work. This will get you 15% off, and it runs ads that use AI. Now, and I can dive into this more, how we do our weekly client emails, but I use AdWorks for every listing, and it works really well.
They're not gonna put a balloon on it on your ad, are they?
No.
Okay.
No, you can switch it over. So that one's just because it was just because it was a Remax event. So Activate is the
Question from Rick Rose. Is there any predictive analytics available in Canada?
Yep. Yeah, you can do that. It's a very so DDA is called deep dive analysis. You can use that with ChatGPT.
Okay, put it down for January then. It's gonna be a deep dive, and we're gonna
deep dive. So when you're doing DDA through AI, I will have to do it ahead of time because it will crash the Zoom meeting. It uses so much juice that I will do one ahead of time. And then we'll go that way because it will crash the Zoom meeting if I do it live.
Yeah. So Answer the Public and do that. Okay.
Sweet.
All right. Any other questions? Anything else you guys want us to cover in January?
Any recommendation for CRM?
Yeah, I use Go High Level. My CRM. Am I still sharing?
No. And what do you want your CRM to do? Right. That's always
a big question. Yeah.
Right.
This is my CRM.
I use Go High Level like Donald. I also use Lofty for my real estate business. So it depends what you want to do, right? A lot of people use Follow Up Boss. But if you're talking about
can we see your Go High Level?
Mine?
You guys are, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Donald sells his Go High Level to agents, don't you?
Right now I'm making like my agents go. Is it going share?
One day he'll sell it.
Yeah, right now I'm making my agent. I'm cleaning things up. I paid quite a bit of money to get this thing built. I don't like it, so oh, I can probably take the ad agents that are on there now. So that thing I told you about, survey comes in, triggers the open house survey, drops down to my agents. He's no longer with me, or delete him. Comes down and it drops into the buckets, goes into the workflows, and the workflows are more exciting. So let me just go. Some of these PDFs I gotta add still.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Donna. I just want to say that thank you for joining us. We're in bonus time now, so you guys could stay. Donna and I will be here. But people that want to leave now, it's 3 o'clock. Thank you for joining us. And remember to go to the Discord channel to get the replay. And then come tomorrow at 11:30 to join us for the virtual assistant. Okay, how to hire a virtual assistant tomorrow. All right, thank you guys. So continue, Donna.
Yeah, so we do like prospecting pipelines. So I do all my pipelines based on the client journey because, and again, we just switched over to this, so I still have some kinks to work out. My pipeline's kind of empty except for the do not disturb side. But as I grab the tag and drop it into different buckets, the automations kick off like crazy. Once I have this figured out more, so there's prospecting sales, like DBR is database recovery. So I've got a whole whack of stuff built into there. Buyer pipeline, there's shopping. You can kind of see how it goes through there. Um, this my personal account, I'm still using Follow Up Boss to be honest with my CRM that I use for my business, just because I'm working on the back end of this stuff right now. But it should be January 1st. I should have it all launched. But then you have the AI stuff that is integrated into it as well. So there's your pipelines. You can see all this stuff, contacts, calendars, automations. My automations, there's tons of them. Seller pipelines, like it's all kinds of stuff in there. Um, yeah, like marketing. I don't have our marketing set up to this. We use Metricool for our Instagram and social media and YouTube. But like, there's so much you can do in all of this Launchpad. Oh, actually, sorry, dashboard. So this isn't going to give you the great reviews because my stuff's not in here, but this is my go high level. It is not where I want to be yet, but we've also been pretty busy with a lot of. Hold on, how do I stop the share? Did it stop? Did it stop sharing or did it share it all?
Yeah, stop sharing now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we my wife and I have been actually spending a lot of time doing keynote speaking. So that chewed up a lot of time. So I slowed down on the back end of this stuff. So that's been kind of going good. But thank goodness for obviously Kirby and his group of AI and AI workers, virtual assistants, because it really does help having those extra hands. And I couldn't thank my team enough for what they do.
Yeah, maybe I'll share. This is my workflow, guys. So, anyways, so look at that. So this is the company. Donald talked about a couple of times. We both have VAs, and I think the magic is that AI plus VA will get you to a point where I know AI is saving you a lot of time, but there's still a learning curve with AI, right? And there's still work to do with AI. So imagine if you had a VA, which is a virtual assistant that uses AI, right? So you could just say one thing is, hey, go do this, right? Go create 10 shorts for me today. That's all you have to say. And you get 10 YouTube, Facebook shorts or Instagram reels done for you, right? And so I think that's the next step in the future is like you put AI with VA. The reason why is VAs, the virtual assistants, they're all 20 something years old. You ask them to learn about AI, they'll say, what are you talking about? I grew up with AI, right? So it's like they use it second nature. Look at Phil over there. We're old guys over here. I'm 47, right? So for me to stay on a YouTube video to learn another hour, like I'm not a Donald Porter, right? And I'm not asking you guys to be like a Donald Porter or a Kirby Chan, right? It's just you guys could now hire a VA, let the VA be a Donald Porter. So send the VA to this class to learn about this, or send them this recording and say, hey, I want to do what Donald did, right?
Yeah.
that's how you excel right now is to leverage other people. And if you guys are on, let's say Facebook, and you see another course that you want to learn, don't learn it. Go send your virtual assistant to go learn it and let them implement it. Because you guys should go sell real estate, right? You guys should go do more appointments rather than playing with answer the public. Okay. But if you don't know, though, this is a secret, guys, and that's why I want you on this show here, is that if you don't know, then you can't ask your virtual assistant to do it, right?
Yeah.
If you guys didn't know about 11 Labs today, you couldn't have recorded your own voice, and then you couldn't ask your virtual assistant to go do that video now, right? I can get John Maxwell to speak Chinese, right? I can get any of you guys to start speaking Chinese tomorrow. I just take your video on Facebook or Instagram and turn you into Chinese, right? So the virtual assistant can do that. But if you first got to know the knowledge, okay? That's
Yes.
why we do these shows, so you guys can know the knowledge, and then after that, you can go and delegate this, okay?
Yeah, and like again, one of those things too is for us, like we haven't even really tried, but because I built on that whole back end system with our VAs, we've got oh Kirby, we've got we've been helping agents and contractors. Weirdly enough, contractors have been flocking towards us for the social media. Like I know social media very well. I understand how algorithms work. I'm not a massive influencer. Also, don't feel like I have the time to do that. That's not what I'm doing. I sell real estate. I do very well for myself. I've hit 7 figures multiple years in a row. This year, not so much because I was building the agent league out, which is here to help support and train agents and help them out on stuff, right? So, yeah, I think we got a lot of stuff coming up in the new year. I think we'll have a lot of fun with.
Yeah, we will. We will. So we're gonna end this real estate show. If anybody here though is interested in our CEO inner circle next year, we're going to have that as a private group, a very small group of 40 of us. And so we're going to have fun events. I booked it. I don't know if you guys know George St. Pierre. He's an MMA fighter, so we booked him for next year. We're looking to still get Masai Ujiri. He's a hard one to get, the Raptors, right? And then we're gonna have a fun driving experience and have lots of leadership talks next year. John Maxwell, Diana Kokolska. So a lot of leaders that are gonna be part of it. Okay. So if you guys are interested in that, just Facebook me, okay? Find me and network with top CEOs, okay? Okay, thank
Yeah.
you guys. I'll see you all in January. And thank you,
See you
Donna.
next year, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys. Have an awesome Christmas.
have a great holiday. And Donald, if you can stay back, we'll do
Yeah.
a debrief.
You got it.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Neil.
Thanks.
Adele's so excited today. She's like all caps and everything. She loved your floor plan thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Don, what's your website? Someone's asking for your website.
So I've got ordersock.com s that one. Oops, not direct. I take it keeps going direct message. Oops, go. This is my other website, my business real estate, and then theagentleague.com. We're fleshing out more of that stuff coming up. But I would say that follow the Agent League on social media. There's tons of stuff there. Follow me on social media, whatever you want to find. I try and give away a lot of free marketing tips and nuggets.
Are you part of our Discord?
I think I'm on there. Yeah, I think actually it's one of my favorites in the AI.
You know, share some of your Agent League stuff in our. I allow you to. Okay.
Sounds good. I'd have to double check my Discord login is, but yes, I think I'm on there.